I am just opening up my Doki Doki folder because I don't know if you were awake to hear it last time, Stacy. This game actually makes changes on your computer. Oh look, she's going again. Yay! So much fun! So much fun! Why is Stream Elements in my chat? Hey S-Config, how you doing tonight? I know you're probably lurking, but I got things going on in my stream that I'm not. Yeah, I love apartments too. So much. At least she's not running from one end of the apartment to the other and horking her guts up. So that's kind of nice. I don't hear the thump, 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 wah sound. I'm looking at the wrong... Okay, there we go. That's why. I'm seeing people that are not in this chat room because they're not in my chat room. I had a chat room open for another streamer that I'm a mod for them. A moderator. So, load game. Because I was smart and I saved it. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Yeah, I know that. It's not available yet. That's alright. Oh, excuse me, goodness. My bad. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. I need to make this bigger. I'm having trouble reading that at that font size. Come on! Thank you. That'll be black just for a second. Till I go to the next screen, I think. We send each other one after... I missed something. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? So basically, Sayori went home early, she wasn't feeling well, and Monica said, maybe it's because she has feelings for you and you don't realize it, to me, because Monica's a bitch. You will learn why we don't like Monica, Stacy. You will learn, trust me. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. Head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Silver. Sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. Has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. It's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Natsuki then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Silver. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But it's just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Silver. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Silver? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why did you think... shit. I'm hitting the button too fast. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. Can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Silver. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Silver. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. 'Cause I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Silver. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Silver. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Silver. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Silver. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice, then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. No! Asshole! Fuck! I can reload it. It's being an asshole. I see where it is. It's right where I resized it too. It's being dumb. Asshole game! Capture cursor. For scaling. There we are. Fucking Jesus Christ. Goddamn game. You should have told me sooner. It's alright. The hugging part is all black anyways, so all you see is the words at the bottom. Oh, that's such a piss off. But, on a happy note, guess what got approved? Okay, you're supposed to be working. Why are you not working? Grrr. I have to go try it over here. Reload the page. I just got an email notification saying that my emoticon has been approved. Unless I got my first bits wrong, which is possible. Come on, chat. Give me my emotes. Come on. Come on. Scroll down. I'm not see. There it is. There it is. And where you're a prick, you can use it. So it's the what I put there before. Silver 107, capital P, capital R, capital K. Or prick. Or you could click on the little smiley face and it'll give you the option for channel. And those ones will be it. You may have to reload the page though for it to go through. Now I'm just waiting for the other two to be approved. That was the first one I submitted, so the other two might be a little bit longer, I think. But our pricks have been approved. Yay, pricks. Woo! And you can spam them all you want. All you want. I don't have any spam filters for emoticons on mine. So it's like spam, spam, spam. Yeah, the other two aren't approved yet. They're still showing as pending. That's okay. Back to depressing game. To be honest, that's the most depressing part at this point in the game. Previously, it's a lot of really way too bubbly and bouncy. Just saying. You didn't miss much. Just me getting to know the girls. Yay! Woo! It works! Okay, Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel? No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. And at the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Yeah. This hits yeah. Hitting close to home is not the words for this. For at least this part of the game. Who messaged me? Oh. That was a Stacy sending me a message saying the game is not following along. Blurr. Womp womp. Oh well. I tend to ignore my phone when I'm streaming. Oh, excuse me. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Excuse me. to make sure I'm done first. This isn't probably this isn't helping at all. Coke Zero. It's not as bad as Diet Coke, but it's not as good as regular Coke. Oh well. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. She's so cute! I love Natsuki, she's so cute. She's adorable. Sup? Hey! Don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way and find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Silver? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? Gentlewoman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But... Geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? It's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri does. Like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Ah! Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it! I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Keep in mind that this character, not Natsuki, but the guy, reads manga. Probably watches anime too. Just saying. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross! Hey! Was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Ahaha! You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. Finally found your weakness, Silver. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Why? Why? This game. It's probably only because I'm reading it out loud. But I can almost guarantee that those words did not sound like that when I was playing it the first time. Sorry if I got all washed out, I just moved my lamp. Because I noticed that I was, like, dark from here down. Don't need that 5 o'clock shadow, it's 10 o'clock. Ah. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Oh, excuse me. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Silver, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's... That's spelled wrong. I just realized it's spelled wrong. I think... Batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. Oh, maybe it's not wrong. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I am having fun. Not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. Presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's 1,000,000 times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Light up? Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I have a really itchy nose, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just need to use the palm of your hand. Oh, but it banged my nose. So it hurts. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Do we see where this is going? That is, I'm not gonna say oddly appropriate, but makes sense where we're reading anime visual novels. Kinda looks like a tentacle. Just saying. But this is on Steam, so it can't go there. There's no porn allowed on Steam. Though rated R is allowed, so that's a thing. Oh my god. Ow. That hurt. Hey. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Keep in mind, we're not freshmen, we're third year. So it's like third year of high school, and she's first year of high school. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. So she's at least 2 years younger. But what? Did you seriously just... Ah! Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Silver, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Womp womp. Ah, that smells so good! Cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look! She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday, or whatever. Huh, I see. Gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature-themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. She is fucking adorable. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do. We shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before. Oh, okay. Natsuki quickly moves on. Sorry, it was a weird context, if that makes sense. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Stacy, stop thinking about me, damn it. My ears aren't burning, so I know you're not talking about me. And there's nobody else who'd be thinking about me. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. I knew it! It's your fault I have an itchy nose. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. I got a tickle in my throat. It's driving me nuts right now. That's why I cough so hard. Better. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Oh, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki? Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance. Doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. Oops. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Silver. Aw, thanks, Mr. Red Bomb. Thank you for the donation, man. That's awesome. Itchy foot. Itchy foot. Ah! Thanks again, man, for the donation. That's awesome. I'll be sure to share the love as soon as I get some extra money. You too, man. Are you streaming tonight? Or are you off tonight? I can't remember your days off, man. It's been a while. Zeph008. Thank you, Zeph008, for the host. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll stop by after I'm done here if you're still on. We will see. I want to see how your stream goes with the new computer. I tuned in for a couple of your streams where you were building it, so. It's a nice little computer you built there. Oh my goodness. Goodness me. Nice. Yeah, I'll swing by and spread some love around. That just sounds wrong, but who knows? Who knows, man? Oh my goodness, I yawned too hard. So, if I'm not talking to you later, Red Bob, you have yourself a good rest of your night and a good stream. And I am going to try to pop by later when I'm done here, if you're still up. So, I'm pretty sure you will. You've been up streaming for like 3 or 4 hours at a time, so I should be safe. Later, man. What was she saying? Okay. We said, want to spend more time with you. She said, Silver, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. Really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Jeez, I'm close. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki? Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me because she's this tall. She's a Stacy height, and I'm a me height. Thanks for the follow, Zeph. That's awesome. A host and a follow. I'll be sure to reciprocate as soon as I get a chance to go over to your channel there, man. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me because she needs to pull herself up because she's short. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori! Eh? Hi, Silver. Sayori! Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Silver. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Phew. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room. But my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. I just gotta change one thing. Come on. Thank you. I just needed to fix one thing. So I just had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki and how close you got to her makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I hope you can see my mouse. I think it mentions it, but that's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Silver? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Silver. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure you. There is a decision coming up. You are picking. Just saying. I already know what happens if I choose either or. You are picking the next choice. I'm scared, Silver. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Hey, Sham! As, I don't know if you heard, but there's a decision coming up and the audience, the viewers, you guys are choosing it. I already know what will happen with both decisions. So, you guys are picking. I've already played through this game at least twice. At least twice. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Hey, Sham! Check your emotes. Guess what's available? Since you used an emote there for Lioness. Hey, Zeph! Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? The pricks have been approved! Nothing like breaking up this sad music time with pricks are approved! Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, it should be listed under channel, or you can type in all lowercase Silver107 uppercase PRK. So Silver 107 Papa Romeo Kilo. There you go. Yay, Quebecois! We're the Stacy, Sham, and myself are all in New Brunswick. It worked though, Sham. Don't worry, it's there. It may take a minute or two for you to see it. You may have to refresh the stream too. But it was approved about, I'm gonna say 40 minutes ago. Not long into the start of the stream. But that decision I mentioned, that's coming up very, 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 very soon. And then you'll have, yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. Okay, so I'll reread that. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Decision time. Sayori, I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend. This is after Sayori has said that she's dealt with depression her entire life, and that seeing her friends be happy and not caring about her makes her happiest. So it's A or B. I know what happens either way. Sham says B. Stacy says B. Any answer from Zeph? Or is Zeph going with the crowd? Well, I'm sorry, Zeph. 2-1, you lose. That's okay. If we had more, I would have put up a proper poll, but just 3 people, no sense putting a poll up for that. Okay, so, Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I'm trying to get into Natsuki's pants, so friend zone for Sayori. Just saying. Going for the cute little pink-haired girl instead of the redhead. But welcome to the stream. I'm Kai Free. Kai Free or Kai Fry? Free sounds better in my head. Please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy at the end. I promise I'll help things get back the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Silver. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. I'm not screaming, but she's screaming. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on a path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes up. Let's try that again. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Excuse me. Silver! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Silver. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, ad nauseum. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Silver? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or to help wake her up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. It's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori... An exception has occurred. Game script, Chapter 5, RPY, line 307, sees traceback text for details. Traceback.text says... You guys can't see this because it's not in the game. This is actually in the game folder on my computer. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. While running game code... Blah, 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 blah. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Never. End. Welcome Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, folks. Guess what? My save game's now gone. Oh no, it's still there for now. I'm not loading it, don't worry. But yeah, it's like blah 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 blah, does a full trace back. Fun, fun, fun. You guys can't see it, and my Discord just went bloop. It's not me, so... okay. Excuse me. Was there anything else? Oh, hang on. This is really a game that I should be sharing my whole desktop with you guys instead of just... instead of just the game. So, let me do that, and I do this. Unlock it, apparently. It is locked. It needs to be moved. I'm just gonna resize it as best I can, because... come on. You guys don't really need to see the chat. Okay. So this, you guys have already seen. This is the folder. This is my Doki Doki Literature Club game folder. This is the traceback that I read out to you guys. There's a log, which has updated. There is... scroll. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. I'm still skimming. So there's nothing out of the ordinary there. But there is happy thoughts, or happy thoughts .png. Come on. Which is this? That's Sayori. There's a reason that this game is categorized as psychological thriller. Mostly because of the last scene in Sayori, yeah. So this is where New Game was. We can see that Sayori's all pixelated out. Because now she's a mix of Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. And there's no more Monica. Or not Monica. Damn it, Monica on the brain. No more Sayori. So we hit New Game. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This is the exact same line from the first playthrough. I'm doing air quotes because, as I said, I've played through this at least twice. It took me 12 hours to play through twice. And so far, we've only been at it for 6. 6? Yeah, 2 streams. 2 streams. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. Hey, Braymog! I saw you slide into the chat room there, using one of my tools. I have many tools. Hey! That was supposed to happen. It's an ordinary school day like any other. And yes, you guys should still be... yeah, you should be able to see my whole desktop, including this down here, or the chat going, or whatever. Kind of, sort of. This way, when I bring up my game files, like Happy Thoughts... was there any other changes? I didn't open this one. I ain't open all those. No passwords. Good to know. And they're just files. That's what it says. I know there's something you can do with those, but... Oh, and characters has been updated. You see here that it's only Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. There's no Sayori listed there, so she was deleted. Oh, excuse me. I love how I have it sorted by date, but... Oh, the time is right. Okay. Bloop. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, we always walk to school with Sayori. Where's Sayori? I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Silver? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. You are a lying bitch. It's been a while, right? No, it's been about 10 minutes. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Random chick from my class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. And I'm a weeaboo. Why would she be interacting with me? Like, really? Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. And it glitched out. Yeah. In case you couldn't tell, we're past all of the puppy dogs and kittens. Now we're getting into the glitchy shit. Literature. Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. Because you killed off the vice president. Oops, I didn't say that. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I know, right? Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. It totally is. It has words, it's literature, come on. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Silver. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Hello, Discord? What is Discord saying?
Nothing.
Not saying anything. Just going bloop. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sorry, if I roll my eyes any harder, they're gonna roll into the back of my head. I just know it. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Silver, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. I don't like Monica. Just saying. I've been saying it since the beginning of me doing this visual novel, so that's a thing. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Previous playthrough says, and today is the day I sold my soul to the literature club. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Silver. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. And one demon spawn. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Silver in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget about that. I just happened to run into him.
Totally.
In that case, I could at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Silver? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet.
No, I'm not. It's a boring-ass club.
It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. but it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Excuse me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Silver, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I just have to do this because I want to. Nope. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It works in one of my chat tools, but not in the other one. Ah well, it might be a day or two before it's completely fully implemented and everything. But my first emote's been approved! Woo! But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, I can set an example and help Natsuki. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Silver? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Silver. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Silver? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Silver, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Silver, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. I don't like Monica. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Sorry, I need chapstick. Yay, chapstick. Well, lip oil, but does the same job. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls, like Natsuki. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I was like, you guys can see this, right? I know you guys can see it. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Of course. You can't quite see it, but it's individual letters that spell out nothing is real. Question mark. And there's other things involved with this, and you can find it on hundreds of different theory sites and stuff like that about Doki Doki. Yeah. Nothing is real. So that's another reason why this was a thing. Speaking of, let's refresh that, see if anything new has happened. No? No, nothing new. Okay. So now I have to pick words to write a poem directed at one or both, and I'm going to go for Natsuki. My cutie little Natsuki. Kawaii. Marshmallow. Papa. Bunny. Color. Fireflies. Cheeks. Chocolate. Puppy. Fireworks. Party. Anime. Happiness. Skipping. Candy. Basically, I'm picking cute words for Natsuki because Natsuki's cute, whereas Yuri is dark and broody. Boop. Ribbon. Melody. Vanilla. Sparkle. And that is 100% all Natsuki this time. Hi again, Silver. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. There's also a reason I have not turned the music down while playing this. And I'm actually going to turn it up further. The music is actually quite a big part of this game. Just saying. Just putting that out there. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Downside with reading it is sometimes you guys don't catch the subtleties of the music changing. When her face glitched out, the music glitched out just a little tiny bit. Thanks for keeping your promise, Silver. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. More glitchy? I think we're good for now. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. This is Monica talking. It's like, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. She's hiding it, but I know what it says because it said it the last playthrough. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Eyes. I don't know if you guys have caught it, but the background is zooming in. Like it's zooming in or towards you. And it's skewing. It's going crooked. And the sound is a little glitchy too. There it goes again. No, I don't want auto. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops down on her seat. It's so subtle you can't tell. Like, I'm trying to watch it and it's not. There we go, there it's moving. So the longer you stay on it, the closer they get to you. I'm sorry, Silver. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I wanted to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? There's the music glitching out again. I just felt like... Well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this! I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. See? Back to normal. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. And yes, the text is supposed to do that. The second playthrough of this game is nothing but glitches and borked and fucked upness. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes? Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. Oh, excuse me, goodness. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. Oh my goodness, excuse me. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Roseblood's here! Thanks for the bits, darling. You missed all of the weird shit. You can come back and watch it later. Apparently I got a 10 out of 10 for my voice acting skills, or for my reading skills. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. At least you're here for the good stuff, because we're into the fucked up shit now. The glitchy bullshit part. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It's the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Silver. Consider this a lesson straight from don't judge a book by its fucked up shit. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same... Ow. I just bit my tongue. Damn it. That's what I get for trying to do Natsuki's voice. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Yeah, okay. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing.
Except she's at least 2 years younger than me.
Could be 3. If I'm a 4th year, it doesn't actually say what year we're in. Just that this floor is for 3rd years and she's probably a 1st year. Ooh, excuse me. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I love it when I move my mouse and I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Downside with a much larger monitor than what I use on the daily, or used to have. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. All their eyes are creepy though, Rose. All of their eyes are creepy. But I like her pink eyes. I don't know, I like the not natural eye colors, which is probably why I played through Yuri for my first playthrough. Plus, she's totally me. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry? Like, I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. I'm gonna totally wreck my throat on any of the glitch shit, just saying. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Yay! The pricks! More pricks! Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! There is not a problem with your speakers. Do not attempt to adjust your screen. You have now entered the Twilight Zone. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. Like I said, Stacy, there's a reason this is labeled as a psychological thriller. It's not a cutesy-futesy fartsy lovey-dovey bullshit. This fucks up with your brain. And the depression stuff is like the first hint at it. That's the easy to handle stuff. Let's just say that. Easy to handle stuff is the depression and Sayori's thing. So, yeah. Reaches into her bag, pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give oomph. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Lots of pricks. All the pricks. Don't worry, Silver. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Fuck, I hate Monica. So much. Who should I show my poem to first, Natsuki? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Speaking of, haven't checked my folder in a while. Bloop. Oh, look! There's a new one. Oh no, it was like 20 minutes ago. My bad. Oh, this is right after the secret poem? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt. All thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them, That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Yeah. Back to the story. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, I'm not gonna read this super slow because it gives me the option to skip. Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing it in the first place? Wrote it. I'm skipping. Sorry. It'll still give us the poem. Oh, it's the same poem as before. Sorry, my bad. Yuri. Blah, blah, blah. Say, basically, these are the same two poems if it's skipping it. If you want to see what the poems were, go back to the first episode, the first playthrough. I'm not sure what the date is. Oh, excuse me, and it'll have it there. Who should I show it to next? Monica! Ooh, no skip option. Hi, Silver! Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Silver. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Because it's 100% for Natsuki. And she's a good writer, too. Sorry, I gotta turn my heater off. I keep hearing it clicking and it's driving me bonkers. There. Plus, it's quite comfortable in here. Next. So, take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. And yes, I am totally putting Valley Girl / snotty anime voice onto Monica because that's what I hear. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. And yes, this is, if you watch the first part, this is a continuation on day 1 poem, first playthrough. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently? Yeah, totally. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh, I don't like her. I don't like her.
And yes, I will keep coming back here and refreshing just to see if there's any new changes. I had to start singing along with it. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, excuse me. Gotta do a funny before we get all super serious. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. For anyone who is actually who's watching and not just listening, listen to. I may even turn my microphone down and watch the background behind the girls. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, I totally just went. So I'm gonna turn my mic down because I know I'm not blasting it anyways. If you can't hear me, just say so. I take criticism quite well. I know I talk really loud, so I'm not worried. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Silver did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Silver liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Silver appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Silver started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Silver hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Silver, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. It doesn't give me the chance to read it. Basically, it's like, how the hell did I get caught up in this? And I'm taking Natsuki's side because we're still doing the Natsuki group. Hello, Monica. Monica's a fucking bitch. She's not letting me click on Natsuki. I know that's the Natsuki one. And she's like, hey, Silver, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? And the text is, oddly, right around her. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Yeah, you can keep trying to click on Natsuki around it, and it just forwards the discussion, which really sucks. Later on, it's even more interesting. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? No, you are a big fat bitch. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. It's because you killed Sayori. Oops, I didn't say that. Shit, I said it again. I gotta keep my inside voice inside. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. My poor Natsuki. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Monica. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I heard Discord go, boop. What is Discord saying? Qu'est-ce qu'il what? Oh. Poor guy. Yeah. One of the guys in my Discord groups has a toothache, and it's just being a bitch. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Silver, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. Sorry, I need to refresh my folder. So far, so good. Okay. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Silver. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate your understanding. Monica's a bitch, Monica's a bitch, Monica's a bitch. Yeah. Giggle. I wonder what this one could be. Perfect. Bouncy. Lucky. Pink. Chocolate. Smile. Oh, really? Missed one. Spinning. Flying. Lollipop. Flower. Fireworks. Cute. Kawaii. Doki Doki. House? I guess that one. I haven't seen that one. Excuse me. Excitement! Kitty! So only one I missed Natsuki that time. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. This is the second official meeting I've been to. The first one didn't count. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Silver. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Is my volume okay? Can you hear me over the game? I just see the game peeking out, and I'm kind of curious. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. Alright, the day... Hee hee! Okay, I should have read this before we started this, but this is all eyes. No scroll down. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? And knowing what I know... Monica. It didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Silver, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? Changed memories. But... Maple, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, and unreciprocally, faultlessly offered scleromalia need. Random words. I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Well, it wasn't so secret, but you don't remember because Monica's a bitch. Her teeth are creepy looking. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Speak of the devil! Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. No. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Yes, she's a prick. Prick does not even touch the kind of person she is. Roseblood knows, but I'm trying to do no spoilers, just my opinion. Except I keep saying the same spoiler over and over and over again because I just can't not say it. That makes no sense, though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring, at least. Or would have. I always think it's wouldn't have when it's would have. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. That's playing in the background. Shh. Sorry. I didn't mean to thumb the microphone. Boop. Hello? I just gotta leave a quick message. Well, you guys can see what I'm seeing here anyways. Poor guy. He's like, where is it? Worst toothache at the moment, hurting so bad it's making my head hurt. Fudge nuggets. And then Crazy Rooster's like, fudge. Sorry about your toothache, man. I love this group. They're awesome. And we're like getting more and more and more and more. I think we're up over 50 people in the group now. When I joined, it was like 30. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Sorry, Yuri's voice keeps changing just because my throat's starting to get ragged. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Sorry, that was a burp. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Bitch. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Yes, it is. Shh, no spoilers. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Silver. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Silver, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, at the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over here. Glitchy, glitch, glitch, glitch. What? Refresh. Nope, nothing new. Okay. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Silver? Sorry, I keep hearing the bloops. Good call. Yay! Yeah, Mayhem Mad X, he's awesome. Off to bed, been a long day. Okay, Sorry. Okay, Stacy, give me a shout when you get up. I might not be up. Well, I'll probably be up, actually. I have between 8 and 5. Yay! They'll call me a half hour before they get here. So yeah, give me a shout. And like I said, my Facebook's open anytime. You've got my new number. So you can use that too. You're never bothering me, darling. Never, ever, ever, ever. Ever. Same goes to my sister, but she's not here. Raymog is. It's never ever a bother. The only time I'll ignore a call is if I don't recognize the number. Love you too. Have a good night. Close, you stupid. Thank you. This is the downside. I'm not. Trying the salt water. Sorry, I'm just giving this guy some advice. Excuse me. Yeah, so if anyone who's watching didn't know, if you can't read what I put in here, if you have a toothache and you can't take medication for it, like Advil, Tylenol, or you can't go into a dentist right away to get it taken care of, use a whole clove, stick the whole thing between your tooth and your cheek, and hold it there, and it works like a local anesthetic. It will numb the pain. Old-fashioned Fashion remedies from silver. I'm gonna ignore Discord now. Back to the game. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Silver? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. My eyes being bothered. I hope so. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I totally forgot what Yuri is into Totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Fuck you, Monica. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. Any new changes? Nope. Okay. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's reading in company with someone. I'd see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. It always goes just too fast for you to read. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm, holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Kinda like it is in the picture. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Or, for those of us who read from left to right, Yuri would flip the page and I would catch it in my thumb. But, of course, this is anime visual novel thing, otome. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Ya think? Because she's got big boobs. Oh, excuse me. It's as if I can feel the warmth in Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I poke you in the eye. Poke, 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 poke. Don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Little smile. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Fuck, my neighbors are loud. Not as loud as my other neighbor, but still loud. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Say, hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling all right? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Silver? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. All right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show it to first? Natsuki, because Yuri's not there and I'm still trying to go after Natsuki even though it's not letting me. Grr. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. It's because I missed one. Or maybe two. It wasn't 100%. Natsuki, like it should have been. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anyone. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. And this, apparently, if you write it all down and save it in a text file and then change that file into a PNG or a JPG, it gives you an image. I don't know what it is. It's on the internet somewhere. Silver, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Silver, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? Her eyes are all fucked up and she's crying blood. Yay! The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. End. Uh-oh. Refresh. Nope, still nothing new. Not for long. Monica, because that's the only one. Hi again, Silver. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. Give my poem to Monica. All right. Great job. I was gonna ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I know for a fact I picked everything for Natsuki, and it still tells me it was a Yuri kind of poem. I got you, Monica. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? This is the second playthrough of Scrub Hime. We've already gone through the main storyline, if that makes sense. If you've played it before, I think you'll understand what I'm saying. We're at the point where Monica proves she's a bitch. Basically, we just did the poem with Natsuki and the whole head neck freak out thing. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all of the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Refresh. Nothing new yet. Okay. Saved me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, exploding, nope, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating. I can't remember the original. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless. Of meaningless. Delete her. That's still in Monica's handwriting, so... Glitchy, glitch, glitch. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Fucking Monica. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Now we can refresh. No? Still nothing? Come on, Monica, you're holding out on me. Sorry, I need a drink before I attempt Yuri's voice again. My throat is starting to just go ragged. But we'll see where this goes. It's been a long time since I played it last. And by long time, I mean 4 months. Excuse me. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. The poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh, this one. I may not read the whole thing. Well, it's got punctuation. Okay. Wheel, a rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky. 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, A sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel.
I think you've lost your mind, Yuri. That's not a poem. That is nonsense.
It doesn't really matter what it's about, 'cause it's about nothing. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. What? That is a pen. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. I have unlocked a special poem. Would I like to read it? Yes, of course I would. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Fuck you, Monica. I don't see anything new there yet. Might be here in a second. Yep. Because guess whose eye that is? That's a Sayori eye. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room after I refresh my folder.
Why aren't you doing anything?
Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Silver joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival's our only real chance to find more, you know? I hate that trope in anime and manga and anything like this is the, you know?
I hate it so much, it's so annoying.
What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Silver? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Silver to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Silver joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Silver isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. Yeah, I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Silver want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Silver, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Other than banging 3 hot chicks? Correction, 4 hot chicks, one of which I can't remember. I don't know what you mean. Well, it's not really something I can be honest about now, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you've no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take that away. She's not taking anything away. No, Silver, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki? Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about the obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, hello, Wolfman! He's sneaking into my stream like that. Yeah, I'm still reading anime, game, visual novel things. Fucked up shit is what it is. Oh, the fucked up shit. Woo! That's some oogler hype. Oh, I gotta show you, man. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I gotta show you. Here's hoping it works. Work, damn you! Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My first emote that I submitted has finally been approved. Almost 3 full days later. Which sucks, but meh, what can you do? Meh. Oh, sweet. I don't see it. All I see is the code for it. Yeah, it's my little vine with silver thorns on it. My other 2 are basically roses, but yeah. They should be approved in the next couple of days, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, they can take a while. I think there's a lot of people getting affiliate right now, and from what I read, they are manually approved. So somebody has to go and view it and make sure it meets the guideline rules and stuff. So, if it's not approved, you would definitely get an email, but I think they're just backlogged right now. my goodness. I think I'm done yawning. It must be almost bedtime. Almost, very soon. I have to get up early tomorrow. Today? Have to get up early anyways. I got an installation guy coming in at 8 a.m. my time, which is in about 7 hours. Well, between 8 and 5. Standard installation times between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Oh, excuse me. Soon, yep. I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Like I said, fucked up shit. Fucked up shit. Speaking of, anything new here? Not yet. Oh. Yep. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Silver? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I look down and it starts, the stupid thing. But look, there it is. There it is! Right there! I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monica? I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Winky wink. Winky face. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Silver? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Silver before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Oh, okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Oh. If you haven't seen anything of Doki Doki Literature Club, Wolfman, totally not a lesbo moment. Basically, the purple-haired one is head over heels for me, who's actually a male in this group of 3 other girls. All the girls are trying to get in my pants. I want to get in all of their pants. And this bitch is a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, because you'll see that they keep referring to him and he and stuff like that when they're talking amongst each other. But I'm not about to pull a guy's voice because I just can't get that low without a lot of work. That hurts. Yeah, she won't in. Fuck fuck, that really hurt. I need more drink. But of all of them, this bitch here, yeah, she's starving for it. She is starving for it. Like, thirsty ain't even the half of it. Whiskey doesn't do it to me. Or maybe I'm just drinking the wrong whiskey. Or is it the right whiskey if it goes down nice and smooth and doesn't burn? I'm a Crown Royal kind of girl. Phew! Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Silver, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy, because I totally want your bones. It's going all fucked up in the background. Fucked up shit. This happens quite often. This will actually get darker as we progress into this discussion. Excuse me, goodness gracious. That's what I get for drinking Coke Zero. It's too fizzy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? Generic anime, you know? You know? She's the only one who does it in this whole thing. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know... Haha! Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. I can't talk anymore. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! Strawberry. Friends. Vanilla. Monica. Get out of there. Happiness. Boop. Oh, it's doing this now. Smile. Giggle. Oh, fuck off, Monica. Chocolate. Cheers. I'm trying to find words that make her bounce, that make this one here bounce. I'm pointing at my monitor, by the way. Because I'm writing a poem that we don't actually get to read. I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye, and it's... Fuck. Lollipop. Valentine. Yes. Fuck off, Monica! She's taking all my answers. Jumpy. Doki Doki. Marshmallow. Play. Yes, we know Sayori's not here anymore. And there's a reason why I have... Like, if I can do this and see my thing. The fuck was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. But I did that because this is one of those games that makes changes on your computer as you go. So I keep coming back to this, which is my Doki Doki Literature Club folder, to see if there's any new changes. Fun, fun, fun. And I am a single screen streamer too, which is few and far between apparently. Not a lot of people do it. because it's very hard on the computer. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Silver. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading?
Where's Natsuki?
Oh, excuse me. I brought my best tea today.
Monica! I told you not to... She really late again?
Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look. Okie dokie.
You have yourself a good night, Wolfman. I'll try to catch a stream. Problem with working Monday to Friday is I work late too, and usually end up missing everybody's stream unless I'm taking the night off from streaming. But yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this read through and go to bed. It's getting there. Oh, I will. No worries. I'll hit that pillow and I'll pass out immediately, I think.
I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So...
It's Natsuki. Nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines or something?
Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Yes, she does. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano.
Well, maybe not determination. But I guess passion? Motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, Silver, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could...
We already have plans today.
Oh. Is that so, Yuri?
That's correct. Silver is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica?
I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yes. Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
Aw, thanks for the host, Matt. That's awesome. Mayhem Matt X. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome. And again, I hope your tooth feels better soon. Toothaches suck so much.
Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
Oh, excuse me.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her.
And yes, that is not your speakers that are all foobarred. The sound is coming out of the room and not out of the hallway. Let's see. Most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Silver, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Haha, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Silver. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Silver, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. Boobies. Bees. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. No, it's her huge tits are hurting her back. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same book reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Excuse me. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. She is pretty. I'll give him that much. Oh, look, there's dust flying in the air. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Oh no. An arm on a leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Oh, excuse me. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Silver. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Silver. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Silver. My heart won't stop pounding, Silver. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Can't make it stop. Her eyes have dilated. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Creepy eyes are creepy. It's time to share poems. Thanks, Monica. Yuri. Might as well, because Natsuki's not gonna happen. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Silver, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Silver. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Yeah, we can't read it because there's no actual words.
As far as I know. Caca? It looks like caca.
I don't know. I know there's something to do in the ARG with it. Because they are letters. They're not crossed out. Like, none of it is crossed out. It's just scarcer. If I get really close, I might be able to... Yeah, there might be a file of it somewhere that can be read. Holy shit! Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit.
Bye! Natsuki. What?
You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross! What is it with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show me at all. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyways. I really hate that I have to do this. But unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. But she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Glitchy glitch. And she goes faceless. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Silver? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Anything new? No? Nothing new yet? Okay. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Okay, we'll do Monica's and then bed. It's one of those addictive games. I just can't put it down, even though I want to. Silver, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So
I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I guess we won't worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least had the courtesy of letting you finish hearing it before taking it. Well, whatever. If it makes her happy, I won't stop her. As for mine, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Really? Jeez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at, writing this poem. I was just trying to, never mind, let's just move on. Always yes. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Haha, funny. Anything new? No? Nothing new yet. I keep checking. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Stagnating air is a common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. Huh? What about Silver? Silver's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too! What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Silver around with you and your stupid box. You and Monica. Hey! I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Silver decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Silver make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fucking girls. Oh! Oh my god. You can tell when I'm getting tired when they all have Valley Girl voices and they all are snarky little bitches. Fine. Jeez. Silver, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth! Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? I want... Ah! I managed to hit Yuri. I got Yuri's eyes, though. I didn't crash my... No! I managed to crash the game! Well, that sucks. Anything new here? Shader cache.
I haven't crashed the game before. Date modified 2098-0102 at 1:17 a.m. $80 and change in the future?
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
It's only the contents that are updated too. But it shows that this one's been updated, been modified.
Okay, let's try this again, and I didn't save.
It wouldn't have mattered anyways. That'll piss me off. Yeah. Load. Damn it. No! Fuck. Auto. I have to click through all of this because it didn't save. This is gonna be such a fucking pain. We were so close to the end of this playthrough too. Oh my god! The many butt poses of Monica. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I will mark it down. DDLC. Who to go with for festival. That way I can just click through and then save on my own time. Because I've been saying I should really pass out, go to bed. So I'm going to do that. So thank you very much to everyone today for bits and for follows and for hosts. Let's see. The $1 to Mr. Red Bomb, $1 donation. The host by Zeph008 and the follow from Zeph008. The hosting from Stacy and the 10 bits from Roseblood Lust. Thank you again very much. It is all super appreciated. It does not get go unnoticed. Never, ever, ever does it go unnoticed. I promise. So, tomorrow is Wednesday. It's Beat the Hump Day Blas. So, we'll see what I'm playing tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe some Final Fantasy VIII. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling when I get off work tomorrow. So, thanks again for coming by. My eyebrows twitching because it's bedtime. So again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. And have yourselves a good night. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.